sorry for the technical difficulties. We're going to try this on Firefox and hope that it works out okay. So today I had a special request from Winona to make Minion, I guess ornaments, Christmas tree ornaments, or they could be jewelry. We'll see if they're going to work out. I had wanted to get my colored wire from my trunk at the back, but for some reason it locked itself. I don't have a key, so I'm going to make do with the wire that I have. And without further ado, we're going to flip the screen and get started. So hopefully you'll be able to see my table. I'm going to pull up the video on my YouTube channel. Here's the sketches that I did. I would have really liked to have some of that twisty colored wire. If these work out, I will definitely try this with the colored wire as well. And I am going to, oh, we have something strange here. I have two, I don't know why I have two videos here. This is strange. Okay, let me just delete one of these. I'm not sure why. I have one that says waiting that I'm going to delete. So we are going to delete that one. Delete, delete. Today is a day of glitches. I am not sure what's happening. Is it a full moon or Friday the 13th? Maybe not. So let's go ahead and open up the live stream. And you can see my table, so that's good. Hi, Amber, you're back. Hi, Clarice, you're back. Hi, Connie's back. Awesome. So let's go ahead and try. I'm just going to get started because I've wasted a lot of your time. If you guys have to leave, don't worry about it. This is a special request for Winona. Also keep in mind, I don't usually do designs like this. These are usually copyrighted designs. So if you're going to make these, you can make them with your kids, with your grandkids, with your students, but don't sell these items because these are not original designs and they're just for fun. So let's get started, see what we can do. And we have Kat is here. I'm missing some comments, and Winona's back. I'm so happy you're back. Hey, Kat, nice to see you. Perfect. And and Bernice is here too. Awesome, Bernice. So let's see what we can do with this. I was thinking we can use gold and we can use black for the hands, and this is supposed to be gray, and there's blue as well, but I have to see if I have some blue wire. Like I said, I can't find my wire that I usually use, so I'm going to see what I have in my stock of stuff. This is sort of a denim looking wire. I had some other really nice blue, but I'm not sure that I have it, so I'm just going to look through here and see what I have. I had more of a green, that's a green blue, so let's just, and I also thought about doing it with paper clips, so that's an idea too, to make mini ones with paper clips. So I'm going to take a few paper clips out too. Usually when I start with these things, I just play around with my materials to see how it's going to go. So we would need yellow, we'd probably need a couple of yellows, and maybe some white, and some blue. So I'm not sure I'm going to use these paper clips. And as you guys know, when I do these live streams, I just wing it. I just play around with it because I figure, you know, I could do this on my own time, play around with designs and figure them out, or I could do it with, and you guys can play, you know, hang out for the ride and see how it goes. So we're going to see how that goes. And hopefully I will catch your comments as we go. Clarice has just sent the link to the Wire Makers Club on Facebook, so that would be great if you could join the Wire Makers Club and, you know, make some jewelry with us for sure. So let's just get started and see what we're going to do. So I have just a line one. I'm going to do just a wire one first to play around with it, just to get warmed up, and then we're going to see how it goes. So let me get some wire. And I have silver, or we could use gold. So let's see where the gold is. That's 22 gauge. This is 20 gauge. So I have some 20 gauge gold. This is the artistic wire. Let me get some of the other wires out of the way. Boy, we really have a dark day for this, but we're going to make do with what we can. So this is the 20 gauge wire. Let's get a piece of that and play around with it and see what we can do. So let me know in the comments if you've ever made minion type earrings. So we're gonna see like if you did them small enough, they could be earrings, which would be really cute. And it's just fun to play around with the design and to see. So we're going to see how we do. And I guess if you want to make it as a earring, you would need like a little loop at the top. So let me go ahead. I'm just going to start with the feet. Although when I do a colored one, I'm going to do the feet separately. So we're just going to start by doing the feet and then we'll go up from there. So say you're doing the little feet, you would want to just bend this down, and I really hope you guys can see this. It's very, very dark out. Can we move that back a little bit? I don't know if that's any better. Okay, so we're going to see. We're going to bring this one out. Make sure my hands stay on the screen and bring this one around. So, and if you want more of a sharper bend, just use your flat pliers. You can do that. So we're going to bring that one up here. And then as always, after the live streams, I will post pictures of these finished ones, and then you'll get a better idea of how they look, because on the live stream it's a little bit hard to see, and I just want to make sure that my hands are staying on screen too. So my sense of perception is a little off when I'm screening and because it's sometimes mirror image, so I think sometimes when I move my hands away, I'm actually moving towards, and vice versa. So we're going to see, we're going to do this and this. So those would be like little feet, super simple. And then bring this one up. They're kind of chubby, so we're going to bring this one up here, and we can even maybe add the suit after. I think for now we're going to start it like this, and then after I might try with black feet as well. So we're going to bring this one up, and you'll see I kind of backtrack on myself to create like a line across there. That's why I do that. I kind of backtrack, and we're going to bring this one and make a few little fingers. I have a couple of Minion fans among my family and friends. Sweet, that's nice. Well, hopefully we'll come up with something decent. Sometimes it's very tricky because cartoon creatures are filled in with color, right? So I even thought about using nail polish to fill in the color a little bit. But for now, we're just going to try to nail the shapes and the style that way, and then see how we go. Of course, it has to be a day that it's so dark outside. Oh my goodness. It's not even like cold or anything. It's just really, really dark. So we'll see what we can do. Now, these fingers look a little funny, so maybe I'll get in with the, I should get my tweezer nose pliers. That would be better, just to pinch these angles a little bit more. So we want the angles pinched in a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to get my tweezer nose pliers because those ones are really tricky, and I'm going to move this curtain out of the way because it's very, very dark. So we're going to do that. I'll get my tweezer nose pliers. I do have a ring light downstairs. I should bring it up, but I'm not even sure where it is. Mimi uses it for her photography. You could probably scream today. Yes, I think I'm gonna need to scream. So maybe after this, I'll go grab a pillow and scream into my pillow. So it's a very busy time of year for me. I am not gonna complain because we sell our stuff on Etsy, and it's a very, very busy time of year. So it's just a matter of keeping up, which is tricky. And I took yesterday off, so which is very rare because I usually work 7 days a week. So there we go. So here's the one hand, and then we're going to do the other one. So hopefully you can see that one. I'm going to remove this out of the way so it's not in the way here. And then we're going to do the other. It looks like a little sausage or something. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to bend it out. Yeah, I really find this distracting when other things are in the view. So why don't we push these over? And I have to bring the computer over so I can see your comments because it's very hard to see. Winona says, I have an oval yellow stone. Ooh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. Oh, you didn't mention to me that you wanted to put a stone, but that's a great idea. I don't know if I have a yellow stone, but you could get a stone and wrap it and paint it. Like you can get any random stone from outside and paint it. I love that idea, Winona. Maybe I'll try that after. Not today, I won't, I don't have a stone on hand, but I love that idea to wrap a stone and then make it into a minion. I love that. So Winona, if you do one, you can share a picture either in the Wire Makers Club, or you can email me a picture and I will post it in the community section. That would be awesome. I love that idea of mixed media too. I think that's a great idea. So now we're just trying to get these little fingers done. They're not quite working out. When they're so small, like if it was bigger, it would be a lot easier to do, but that's not too bad. So we have the little funny little hands, and we're gonna move this one over here. And they don't have to be perfect. They can be like really exaggerated. So there's the little legs. I'm gonna try to hold this up so you guys can see. And so there's little body with the little legs, which are really cute. And then what we can do is just bring this around to the top, and then we're gonna worry about the eyes and all that after. So maybe it should even be a little bit taller because they're quite like kind of long and skinny, I think. So let's bring this one up here, and you'd be happy to share. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that. So fun. Yeah, great idea with the stone. So now we're gonna bring this one in here. I also do want to try one with paper clips. So there's our little guy, and I'm not gonna worry too much about the proportions because this is just a prototype, and we can always do another one after. So this is just to get the idea of how it would work with to make this shape and then do a pendant type thing. So we're gonna clip that off. I cut the wire way too long, and this wire is quite soft, so it's not the easiest to work with here. And then we're going to take that way, and then this is just to put the pendant. And you could put a jump ring on it, or you could bend this perpendicular and then you don't need a jump ring. So we're gonna bring that one around here. And there we have our basic shape for a minion like that. So very basic. I'm gonna bring that one around here. And then we can put our little, a little suit on him. So let's see what we have for the blue. I might go for a softer wire because that wire ended up being really soft, like too soft. So I have this blue wire. That might be good. That's very soft. It's a little tangled here. So yeah, I have this wire. Let me look up close. Yeah, it's blue. These are two different wires. Maybe I'll use this one. So there's this blue wire, and ooh, Bernice has all her wires with her, and you've never had twisted wire. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Nice. Twisted wire is fun, and you can twist your own. So we're just gonna get a piece of this blue. I'll cut a long piece and see what we can do with this. And then if we bring this around, so it would just go around here above the arms, I guess. Okay, we're gonna bring that one around here, and then around, and then back down here. So if we're gonna bring that one down here, and then this one too, we're just gonna bend that one back and across. And then we wanna bend it to look sort of like overalls. Oh, I colored my thing wrong. This is supposed to be blue in there. I don't know why I colored that yellow. It's part of the overalls. It's supposed to be blue. Okay, so then we want to take our flat pliers and bring this one straight down. And then over here, and bring that one straight down. So starting point for a kind of an overall thing. And then this one can maybe go straight across here. But then this one, we're gonna have to fill that overall thing in a little bit. So we could do that method where we do a kind of a spiral type thing to fill it in. So we can go in, around, Might have been better to start from the middle, but I'm going to try it like this. And like I said, I'll put pictures in the community section, so you'll be able to actually see the finished work. So this is a fun way to fill in areas with wire to make it look more solid. Otherwise, you might have to use resin or something like that, or use the stone and paint on it. I actually did a really fun project once that was like a little woman, and the body was a painted stone. So you could use the same concept that I did for that to make a little minion with the stone. So that's an idea too. So here's, we just filled it in a little bit. It's kind of funky. And then bring this one out to the side. So this, wow, you can hear the rain outside. So this is sort of the beginning point. It's a little funky. And then we want to make the pants. So we're going to bring that. And you could also, I guess, weave the wire in for the pants. So we're just going to bring this around here. So there's one side, and then this one over here around that side. And we're going to bring that in here. So this is 20 gauge wire that I'm weaving. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I think my little creature isn't maybe big enough, but, and then maybe we can just wind this back and forth. I think I'm going to clip this one because I don't need wires on both sides. And we can bring this one around, and maybe we can just weave this slightly in place. See how well it works. This is, yeah, this is a very soft 20 gauge wire, but that colored wire that I wanted to use would have been about the same. It's almost like electrical wire, like it's very soft. So that twisty wire that I used before might work well for this. And I'll link that up below, the other tutorials or live streams that I did with that twisty wire. And I'll link up on Amazon where you can buy the colored twisty wire, because it's kind of cute to do, especially with kids, to use that wire. It's great because it's not sharp. You can cut it with scissors. It's really fun wire. So I'm just going back and forth with this. I don't know how well that's going to work. And I guess you could even go back on itself. I hadn't thought about that, but we can kind of backtrack once you have the basic ones in there, just to get it. You could keep weaving it back and forth just to fill those areas in a little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to run out of wire, but that's the idea. You can definitely go back and forth and fill it in a little bit. So stick that end in there. So there's an idea. It's a little bit where we don't have a lot of room for the face now, but we can push it down a little bit. Okay, sweet. So I teach middle school jewelry design. Awesome. Yeah, I used to run a jewelry making class at the lunch program at the local school, and that was really fun. And actually, one of the girls that I used to teach, who's now in her late 20s, I saw her work in a photography exhibition recently. She said that I was one of her big influences to go into art. So that was an honor and a pleasure. So it's, you never know whose life you're going to touch and affect. So teaching is awesome for that. So there's sort of a little funny little shape there. And then now we have to do the eyes. I should have made this bigger. It's really small. And you could also use, maybe I'll do a single eye for this one and then a double eye for the bigger one. So if you do want to do an eye, you could go ahead and also get a bead. We could do a bead, and then I'm going to get some silver wire. And Bernice says I'm making the nativity. Ooh, oh, that's going to be gorgeous. Oh my gosh, Bernice, you have to definitely share a picture of that. And yeah, if you guys don't know, Bernice, who is Itsy Bitsy Imaginarium, was the winner of this year's Live Wires for the Win, and she made a gorgeous Remembrance Day scene. You can see all those pictures in the Facebook on the Facebook page, Live Wires for the Win, and also the replay of season 1 and season 2 on the Live Wires for the Win YouTube channel. So you'll see that, yeah, all the beautiful work of all the participants. That was such a fun experience, and we'll be doing it again next year. So if you want to participate next year, you can get your name on the waiting list to receive a notification when the applications go out. So now I've just wound that bead with wire. I'm going to stick it here. And then what we have to do is bend each end out. So we're going to take this and bend that end out here so it's centered, and do the same thing here. Bring this up and then bend this one out here. And maybe what I can do is, if this works out, I can do a template where you guys can actually see how I bend the wires and stuff. So then we have a single little eye, and then we can just stick it here on the Minion. Oh, he's really cute. Okay, so now this wire ends up being a little stiffer than my other gold wire, which is strange. So I'm going to help the bends out with my pliers on either side. Just, it's a little hack so you don't distort the thing you're working on. And then we're going to put it on here. Hi, Christina. Oh, thank you. You can already tell it's cute. Well, thank you. We'll just keep going with it, see how it goes. I have to grab some water. I've got a dry throat. There we go. So let us, the next one I'm going to do a little bigger because this is really hard for you guys to see on the live stream. So now we're going to take this. I really should have used a softer wire for this. So we're going to attach that one here. And then on this side, over here, and I also want to try with the black arms and black legs. So we have, aw, he's cute, but now the mouth, that's the issue. How are we going to do the mouth? I think the mouth we're going to keep super simple. So I'm going to just finish one end, clip that. I'm going to clip that one end. And then from here, we want to try to make a mouth, I guess, with this wire. I mean, I could try a separate wire maybe. Just let me think for a minute. Maybe I'll just try a separate wire, especially like kids might want like the mouth to be red or something just so it shows up. So I'm going to clip that. Oh, speaking of red, look what Mark made me for my birthday. He wrapped up my gift in a towel and then wrapped wire around it and made these two little hearts, which are super cute. So those are Mark hearts, and this is Mimi heart because she thought it was cute, so she made one too. So there's, I digress. There we go. So let's go ahead and pinch these ends into hold. So we're going to just pinch them gently so they don't break the wire, the base wire, but they do hold in place. So this is Minion so far. Kind of cute, adorable. Thank you. Hi, Betty. So now you're amazing. Just start making it, and you've never done it before. Yes, yes, just winging it. Yeah, thanks for your special request, Winona. This I thrive on stuff like this. Just trying new things, not worrying if they're gonna work out or not. And maybe can those be the lips? Yeah, you've got nothing to lose, right? Just try it. Just go for it. So now I'm just looking for some red wire. My wires are a mess. Oh, I see red wire at the bottom of the box. The bag. Oh no, that's pink. I have all these pink wires. I thought I had red. Maybe not. Oh, that's another thing that I have is the plastic tubing. That sometimes I use that too. So sometimes I could get a tube and then just put the tube here, like make a smiley face tube thing, and then put, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So I'm gonna get a softer wire just because I'm having trouble with this stiffer wire. This is a super cheap, don't buy this wire, Benacrete wire. Very cheap, soft wire, but I'm gonna use it for this because I bought a bunch of wires before to compare them. But yeah, those ones were super, super cheap. So now if you do want to use tube like this, I'll try to find a source for it. I bought this tube years ago. I actually bought this tube in Amsterdam, but I bet you can buy it places now. When I started making jewelry, you couldn't find stuff anywhere. You can also use a red wire, but say you're going to use the tubing, you can just stick the tube on a different color wire, and then you could bend it to make it smiley. Super cute. See? Smiley, smiley. And, aw, happy belated birthday. Thank you. Yeah, it was yesterday. I had a blast. I went to the museum. It was so nice. Tamara says, darling, thank you. And Marie, hi, Marie. If I miss your comments, if I haven't said hello yet, say hello in the comments and I will say hello back. Hopefully I caught everybody. So here's our little smiley face, or little smiley mouth. And then you can add it. Oh my God, he's cute. So maybe it's a little too much of a curve. So we're going to space that out a bit. And I guess the eye you can move up a bit more. And this one too, you can maybe move down a little bit more. Let's move this one down a little bit more. Now, if you need this to hold in place and it's not holding, you just pinch it a little bit. And that should help it to hold in place. So it ended up being maybe a little wide. So let's move this down a bit. Oopsies. Don't want to distort this too much. Just trying to move this down a little bit. Let's just move it down a little bit. That should be all right. So you get the idea. So now if we want to add the mouth, we can just stick the mouth here and then we can wind this in place. So we're going to hold that and hopefully get this through here. It's a little finicky when it's so small. So we're going to take that one here, bring that one around, and this side, bring that one in here. Okay, so now there's our little mouth in there. I think we just have to center it a little bit. This one, maybe just pull it a little bit more. Just gonna get this one. Yeah, like I said, the lighting today is hideous. I can't see anything. It's so dark, so I have to find some better lights so I can actually see what I'm doing. So there we go, there and there. And there's our little mouth, and let's just give it a little pinch. And then this one, bring it up a little more. Whoops. Bring that one up a little bit more. There. Just to get all our wires lined up. And then also give it a pinch to hold it in place. And like I said, I'm going to post pictures of these in the community section so you can see them. But here is, so far, our first little minion. I'll hold this up and hopefully you can see it. Aw, thanks, Christina. Big happy birthdays. I love that. Hi, Corey. So there's that. And there's a bit of a delay, so I'm not, do I go this way with that? I'm trying to see how to center. Am I going to go off the screen if I just move this? So it's probably going to go off the screen or closer to the screen. No, that's off. So you want it more this way. So this is our little minion number one. And let's try another one with black legs and 2 eyes. So now if I want to go bigger, here's 16 gauge wire, but this is also very soft 16 gauge wire, but I think we're just going to go with it because it's a big size. So say, I wish I had a stone now. So if we're going to take this one and cut a big piece of this, and I wonder if we could kind of fill this in too, like we did the other one. I'm just thinking out loud here. What if, I'm just going to try something, might not work at all. We're just going to bring this one up here because I really like the idea of trying to fill the wire in a little bit, but then this one we'd have to pinch it. So we're going to pinch this one in a bit, and you want it to be oval shaped, so we're going to have to make it somewhat oval. So we're going to bring that one in and then bring that one down. This wire is so soft. So We're going to bring that one down. I mean, you can weave wire back and forth too to fill in areas, but let's try this to see what it does. We're going to bring that one up here and around. I might not use this, but I just want to see if it's going to work. So that one comes around here. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just winding it around to see if we can fill in that space. We're going to bring that one up. And actually, I'm not even sure how we would attach the legs if we do it this way, but I'm just going to try something. We'll bring this one up and down. I probably should have been more high, but this shows you somewhat of an idea of how you can fill in an area. Now it's becoming more like too round. Like I would have had to start a little bit more. This line should have been higher, but this gives you an idea of how you could possibly fill in a space with wire. And then I'm just playing now. I'm gonna get a couple of beads, maybe bigger beads, or maybe it's not too big. Let's try to get a couple of these little ones again. And then we'll get some more of, if I had white wire would be cute too. I thought about the white wire. Let me see if I have some. I think I do in here, yeah. So here's some white wire. Because what I thought about was getting some white wire for the glasses thing. Okay, I should have sketched out the idea. Now I'm gonna sit on my legs and they're gonna fall asleep. So if I start complaining in a couple of minutes, that's why. Okay, so now where is okay, here's this wire, and then we wanna try the glasses. I think the glasses can be black, so they're gonna show up. So let's get some glasses. And love it, says Winona. I'm so happy. That's great. Cool. Okay, Kat, have a nice rest. I will hopefully talk to you soon. And yeah, if you guys have to leave at any time, don't worry about it. This is little thick. This is the 18 gauge black. So let me get some 20, if I can find it. 20 gauge black. There we go. Ooh, I found too. Look what I just found. Speaking about stones, I found this glass piece. So if you could get a piece of yellow glass cut in that shape, you can go to any stained glass store and get them to cut glass and then fuse it, and it becomes like this nice sort of soft edge. So you can definitely get a piece of, and then I actually have some tutorials on how to cut grooves in the glass. So wouldn't that be fun? I have a friend that does stained glass. Maybe I should get her to cut me some pieces of the yellow and make them out of glass. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool. See, I love these live streams just for generating ideas. So say we wanted to do the glasses. This is a total experiment, guys. So we're gonna move that over, and I'm going to put a bead on here and see what would happen if we added white wire. Oh, this is a little, oh, this is also 18. I don't want 18, I want 20, but I don't know if I have 20 gauge white. So let me check if I do, and if I don't, I'm gonna try to use silver, I guess, because I think 18 is going to be, I think 18 is going to be too thick. So let me look in my bag for the 20 gauge white. I don't think I have any, because it would be nice to have white around the outside. I'll try the 18. I think it's going to be too thick, but we're going to see. And Marie says, I love your ideas, very original. Thank you. So now I am going to get a piece of the 18 gauge. So here's the 18 gauge. And the idea for this would be to get the whites of the eyes. So I really I'm not sure this is going to work at all. So we're just going to take this. Oh, let me just see. I don't know if that would work at all. If we did like around here and then around to the back, maybe around here and then around to the back to hold it in place. Let's just see. Around here and then behind the wire. So it's kind of held in place because I went around the bead at the front and around the bead at the back. So that's interesting. And then we'd have to put the other bead on here. So let's put the other bead on here. And then you would want to do the same thing. Maybe if we crisscrossed it up. And then we went around the back and then around the front. So the wire doesn't go through the bead, but it does surround the bead on either side, so it actually stays in place. So once we have that, the question is, how do you finish it? Oh my God, that is adorable. Okay, so now what we have to do is, looks like an infinity sign on the back, because now what we're gonna have to do is just clip these because they're just gonna get in the way. So let's just randomly clip it. Don't know what it's gonna do. There we go. So we're gonna clip that, and then we're going to clip that one. There we go. So it looks like eyes. Those are fun. And then, but to make the glasses, we're gonna wanna surround it again. And I think it's gonna be this little sauce. That's funny. Sometimes I just make myself laugh. Looks like a little jelly bean with eyeballs, but that's all good. So now, let us try to do more like glasses tape things. So we'd want to also wind this around the outside to make it more look like glasses now. So we're gonna have to go around there. So that looks like glasses. And then bring this one around here. Okay, so we're gonna bring that one around here and here. I really wish I had more light. Okay, so in you go. So that kind of looks like glasses now. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks adorable. And then you can go around again, I guess, if you need more, like go around to the back, I guess, if you need to. You don't necessarily need to though. Let me just take this and see. You might have to though, because you want to bring it around and then go out. It doesn't matter what the back looks like. So we're going to go around here and then we're going to push this one out to the side. So there's one side. Looks a bit like an owl, because the other thing you could do is you don't have to go all the way around. Let me just bring this up. This got a little stuck. There we go. So the other thing you could do is if you don't want to go all the way around the back again, you can just twist that one out, bring that one around here, straighten that out a bit, and then just bend it at the side. You might not have to go around twice, so we can just bend that one out. I think it looks better without it wound around the back again. So we're gonna pull this one back, straighten it out, try to keep it simple. That's the thing. It's better to keep it simple sometimes. So we're gonna bring this one, I'm gonna bend that out so this side part is, yeah, that's better, around here. They're not super round. You could try to make them a little more round and then bring this one out. Okay, so we have what looks like little eyes, Can you see those little eyes in the and little whites of the eyes, and then the glasses? So that was interesting, and that was a new thing that I'd never done that I'm kind of happy with. So the back doesn't look great, but the front looks pretty good. So there's the eyes. And then, like I said, this is an idea to go on there, but I don't know how well that's going to work. So I'm going to redo this part to do the outside. Oh, I think it's yellow. I just saw that. Okay. Eyes are adorable. Thank you. I just found this yellow. This is cool. I'm not quite sure if I can use that. I wish I had, I wonder if I have size 18 yellow. That's 20 yellow. Let me see if I have size C. If I had my colored wire, it'd be easier. 22, 24. This is 18. Do I have yellow? No. What's this? Oh, okay. This is, I also have this, which is called lemon yellow, which is 18 gauge for the artistic wire. That might be good too. Like this one's a little more, this is lemon meringue. Ooh. And this one's lemon yellow. So we can try this. It's 18 gauge, so it's a little thicker. We can try this. I wonder if this would help to shine the light on there. This is going to give us more shadow. If I do that, is that better? Or is it too shadowy? That might be better. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece of this. Let me know if that's worse or better. It's better for me, but I don't know if it's better for you guys. That is actually what I have is yellow, a yellow glass stone. Nice. Woo, that's so fun. Mostly 30 to 40 yellows, and they're all yellow? That's interesting, Winona. You should send me a pic. You should send me a picture to info@heatherboydwire.com, and I'll also link you up, like, I don't know if you'll be able to groove them if you don't have a grooving machine, but I have a glass grinder. If you know anyone that does stained glass, they could put a groove in the glass for you. Because I know a lot of people do wire weaving, and they use stones for wire weaving, but personally I am not adept at wire weaving, so I can't help you with that. But so we're gonna put this one here. This one should maybe be a little bit bigger. Lemon meringue pie, yes, that's yummy stuff. So now let's bring this one over here and just try to figure out how big we want this guy. So we've got that, and then there's about, now he's a little large, I think. So that's a little bit large. So we're gonna bring that one in. It's better doing it this size. So if we bring that one in here, and then I wanna make it tall enough. So if we're gonna bring him maybe up this, I mean, they're not that tall either. So let's bring this one around here. And then I'm going to bring this one straight up and bring this one around. And I haven't figured out if I'm going to fill it in with yellow or what I'm going to do. So we have that shape. This one should come in a little bit more. And then this one too, maybe a little bit more. Oops, get those out of the way. Maybe it'd be easier to do the outside first and then fill it in with the yellow. I'm not sure. So we've got that. So I might have to bring it in a little. I could always adjust the shape after. These shapes you can adjust a bit. And then if I bring this one down, yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. I might just keep this simple for now. So let me just clip that. Okay, we're going to clip that one. You love wire weaving. Wow. You've got a lot of patience then, because I am definitely not a wire weaver. I like to do things as quickly as possible. And so I find that weaving just takes too long. I love the look of it. I think it looks beautiful, but I personally don't have patience for wire weaving. So, but I know a lot of people in the Wire Makers Club really like wire weaving, and it definitely looks beautiful. So let's just get that one in here. And we're going to pinch that one and move some of these things. So we're going to get that one in there. Okay, so we have a basic round shape. So imagine if this was glass and you had a groove in it, you could definitely add these eyes somehow to it. And for now, you might even be able to use glue. Like say, what if you did a shape like that, like filled it in with wire, put glue, and then glued your glass on top? You might be able to do that too with some fancy jewelry glue. So now let's put the eyeballs on this guy. And what I'm wondering is, can I use the same wire to do the arms? Not quite sure. Let's just get this. He's really looking like a sausage. So we're going to take this one and wind that around one side, and then wind this one around this side here. We're going to bring this one in here. And so we have these funny looking little eyes. And then if you want to do the arms, what I'm thinking is, rather than cut this off, because you don't want, if you cut it off too many times, it's going to slide up and down. So what if you take this, bring it down, and then we're going to form the arm with this same piece. So we bring it here, and then we're just going to hold that and bring it out here. Okay, so that way you've just brought the wire down at the back so you don't really see it. So we're same thing here. Let's bring it down at the back and wind it out this way. So it's behind the yellow wire so you don't see it too much. And then you can always get your pliers to fix it up a bit. So there we have little eyes. I like with the little black beads in the middle. So that's what we have so far. And then we want to bring these ones out and do our hands. This one has his hands up. So let's try that. So now let's take this, bring this one out here. I mean, in theory, you could do even little beads for the fingers too, if you wanted to, or we can just make little fingers like that. So get your round pliers. I have a design for reindeer, and the antlers look a little bit like this with just like little back and forth things. So there, we're just going to do the stubby little fingers in here and then down that way. So that would be one arm, and then these are more like, they look like they're like little gloves or something. So I guess in theory you could add some yellow wire on top to fill it in. So right now, just because I'm running out of wire, I'm not going to be able to bring, otherwise I could bring it down and continue it down to do the feet. But what I'm going to do is I'll do these first, just the arms. I'll add another wire later for the feet. Okay, so there we have one little funny little arm, and then we're going to do another one over here. The Google eyes are perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I like the way those turned out with the little googly eyes and glasses. That turned out really well, you know. There's always at least one aspect of these live streams that work. I mean, usually I have several things that work, but even if you just take home the idea for the eyes today, that's cool. But also these arms aren't too bad. I might wind them with a bit of yellow wire to fill them in a little bit. So we're gonna see. So this is our, oh, but look at the, how cute it is with the arms up, eh? It's amazing how a little gesture can change everything. Like it just makes it look so cute. So now we're gonna take this and wind it through and bring that around to the back. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut that because I don't have enough wire to make legs with. So we're just going to clip that off here. And if you want from there, you can try to wind the arms with a little bit of yellow wire, but you would want to use a slightly thinner wire, I think, because, I mean, I could even go with this yellow wire. It's probably pretty soft. Let's just see. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I mean, you can try to fill it in with yellow. I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to do the legs. So I'm going to get some 20 gauge wire. Yeah, they look like they're wearing gloves. Exactly. So now let's just cut some wire here for the feet. And then we're going to try to add some pants. So what if we just take this, wind it in the middle to start it. There we go. I'm just going to give it a good little tug here. Okay, so got this one here. My piece is a little long, so we're just going to attach it here first. I just had another idea that might have worked better. Okay, I'm going to try something else. Sometimes it's just worth it to try different things too. So I'm just going to clip that out. I'm actually going to try just to form the legs first. So if we're just going to bring that one down here. And then the legs aren't super tall. So I'm going to take this, bend that one to the side, and then this one also to the side. And then we can wiggle them to make sure they're even. And we want, well, those are going to be really short now. Oh, they're too short. So let's bring them down a little bit more. Okay, just going to bring this one down a little bit more. Okay, around here. And then this one here. Around here. Okay, so there's the feet. And then we want to, if those go here, and then we would just want to form some little feet thing. They don't have to be very big, so just that way. And then up. Same thing here, that way. And then up. Okay, so those are the little feet. They're really cute. And then we're just going to start by attaching them. So let's stick that in either side. Center this. And then we're just going to attach it very loosely, I think. And this side too. So we're going to hold that one there. And bring that one around. So I'm not going to worry about those wiggling because I'm going to attach it with the pant wire. So let me clip that side and then clip that side. So these get pushed in there and there. And I wanted to thank everybody who's been posting pictures of their Christmas tree ornaments in the Wire Makers Club. I did a tutorial on Tuesday, Tip Tuesday, for a Christmas tree, and I have like 6 people that have made it, which is so cute. So look at this guy. Wee, he can dance. Wee, 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 wee. Anyways, I'm going to fix those in place. We're going to get some wire, And now we're going to try to attach, there's this color and there's back to this color. So we're going to just decide which one we want to do. I don't know if it really matters. I mean, this is pretty easy to work with, this soft one. We can try that. And I mean, you can also do beads. You can do, that would be cute to do like little beads instead of wire. Let me just see if I have some beads that would be suitable since we're on the subject. Let me see. Might be something different to try because you know what it looks like without the beads. So I have these. I have these here, and what I would want to do though is get maybe some silver wire. Oh, you should see my table. It's a mess. It's such a mess. So now let's get some 22 gauge wire, if I can find some. 22 silver, yay. Okay, let's do that. Let's close our cupboards. Come around and, okay, so I've got some wire here. And thanks, Clarice. So cute, thank you. So now let's get some 22 gauge wire. I don't know how much I need. We'll just get a bit. This is just an experiment to see if the beads are going to work. So if we put this here and put beads across, let's just see. I like these turquoise beads. These are seed beads. We're gonna see if they're gonna, how they're gonna look. So if we did a, oh, you know what I wanna do first is fix that in place, I think, because it's gonna, well, maybe not. Let's try. Because my original plan was to wrap a wire in between the legs there to hold it. But maybe we don't have to do that anymore. So we're gonna see. So if we put that one here, and sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Go straight across. I also thought about just winding those and putting the wire. Okay, sometimes we don't know unless we try. So why don't we take this and wind this here in here to hold them in place. Let's see if that's gonna work. And then you can not sure if that's what I want to do. I better just see. Just to hold it here, and then this actually. What's this one doing? Yep, I can bring that one over here. Bring that one back. Okay, so this, I should have, I'm just gonna clip that for now. I'm gonna have to add wire after because I realize that if I bring this one over here and then this one across, I don't know if that was necessary, but I'm gonna bring this one across this way. That was just to have a little extra security between the legs there. So we're going to see, and now we're gonna put the beads to see how that goes. Bring this across. Okay, so it's not too bad. And so I'm just gonna start with one row there. I probably should have used a different wire. So, well, that's another thing you could do. You could just bring it over to the back. Where do I want to go over? do a few that way. Try some that way. I'm gonna put 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you guys have to go while I'm doing this, don't worry about it. I sometimes go over time a little bit. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do a 5th one actually, because that gets bigger there. And then we'll you can watch the replay. So let me just bring this one up. Where is my pliers? Bring that one here, and then across. So there we have, and we can kind of squish them so they're hold in place. So I think we're going to have to do a few rows like that. It looks like 5 beads is a good amount. It's actually really cute with the beads. I'm definitely going to run out of wire, but you'll know, like, if you make this at the bottom, just start on one end. I started in the middle of the wire. I should have just started on one end. So there's that. And maybe 6 would have been better. I'm gonna try 6 beads. Okay, let's try 6. So cute, yeah. Heather, just for fun, can you make a girl minion? Aw, that'd be cute. What do girl minions look like? Do they have hair? That would be cute. Ponytail. There we go. So we have that one. And now what we're going to do here is, because this ends up being more like overalls, so we want to take this and we're going to, let me just see if we bring this one up here, and then this one across here, because we can add some beads to that after. So if we do that, and then I'm going to add a couple of beads here. Maybe the first one should have been a little bit bigger, because a little hack is, if you're worried about the bead going around the corner, like, first of all, make that corner sharp, and second of all, put a longer bead there, because then it won't be able to, like, go around the corner, because when the beads are too small, they can go around the corner. So we've got 2 beads there. Oh, that theory didn't work, but it will. You know what? It's going to be better. We'll add those beads after, because what I want to do is, I use 22 gauge. So we're going to take this, and I want to do some beads across and then up. So let me just think for a sec. I don't know if that's what we want to do here. So what if we, is that at the front? That's at the back. So let's just take this one, go around here, and go in between these ones. Up there, around there. Then we're going to bring this one in. This one we're going to just, I'm just trying to attach another wire. So it's, if you're attaching another wire, you want to go like wind it around in 2 places so it'll hold in place. So now we have that one, and then these are the overalls. We want this going straight up. I know this looks really complicated, but I'm sure you could simplify the design. I'm just trying to come up with something interesting. So we have that one that way, and then this one can go straight across here. So that can be our base wires. And then we want to add some wires that way. So I'm going to just clip that one. And then we want to add, we could get super fancy and try something different, where we take this, wind this around, so one of the wires will still fit through there, put 3 beads, and we can make a few of these. We're going to do 3 beads. This is definitely thinking outside the box. So we're going to do 3 beads here. And then we're going to cut that, and we're going to see if this is going to work. So if we cut this to about probably 1/8 of an inch, you really don't want it very big, maybe 1/8 to 1/4. So then you want to take this one and make another loop. So what you have is a loop. It's hard to see. You have a loop on either side. So my idea, we'll see if it's going to work, straighten these wires up a little more and cut them to about the same size. And then take this little guy and put him on both sides. So we're going to put one on that side. Start on that side. One over here. And then one on this side. I feel like I'm sewing. So, and then we're going to push this down, and it makes a little crossbar. Okay, that totally works. And let's make 3 of those. So I'm going to make another one where we do our little loop. Okay, and do 3 beads. 1, 2, and 3. And then clip this one to about 1/8 of an inch, a little more, and do our other loop. But make sure your loops are parallel. You don't want one going one way and one going the other. So there we go. Okay, so we've got that one, and then we want to do, you can tighten up the other loop if it's too small. Okay, so we have that, and now one more. So let's do one more. You need a coffee. Yeah, I need one too. I will definitely get a coffee after this. I usually go out for my afternoon coffee. I have one in the morning and then one in the afternoon. I usually have half in the morning. I don't have a whole one because I know I usually want to have another one in the afternoon. So let me just see size-wise. We just want to average size one. So there's 3. Let me get rid of these for now. There. And cut that to about 1/8 of an inch. And then we are going to take this and make our loop. So bring that one in. So now we have 2 of these little bars and our little guy. So we have to add these beaded bars to the overalls. So we're going to put that one on there, push it down, and then this one here, and here. Okay, so we've got those ones on there. We're going to push them right down. Oh, look how cute, guys. That's adorable. It's a little high, though. I don't know if 3 is too many. 3 might be too many. Although that gets pushed down, it's not too bad. So we're going to take that and push that one out, and take that one and push that one out. So that's really cute. Yeah, I think 2 might be a little not enough, but 3 is almost too much. So you can decide how many you want. I think 2 might not be enough. I like 3. So now we're going to I didn't drink coffee, but 15 cups of tea. Ooh, I used to drink a lot of tea. Tea keeps me up more than coffee, though. I find tea, I have trouble sleeping if I drink black tea. So I drink rooibos tea, which is very nice. And Tim Hortons actually makes a really nice maple tea, which I really like too. So now we've just added these little things here. I wonder if we can push this down a little bit more. I think we're only going to be able to fit 1 bead on either side for the straps. Now, if you're doing a larger minion, of course, you can fit more beads. But this guy's quite small. So let's move that and move our beads out of the way. Have a little sip of water. And then we still have to do the mouth. So we've got this guy, and we're just going to, yeah, we'll just do one little bead there because otherwise I'm going to run out. But I'm really thinking that we're going to have to pull this back. I think we're going to run out of room. So let me take one of these bars off and see how it looks. Yeah, I think it's going to be better just space-wise. Let me just see, because that would have to go here and there. So yeah, I like the 3, but we won't have enough room for the mouth. So we're just going to do 3, 2, and then I'm going to put the 2 beads here. So then the straps will be longer. It's not perfect, but I think it really depends on how big your minion is. So now we could fit 2 beads on there, whereas before we could only fit 1. So if we do that, fits a little better, I think. So we're going to do that one. And then bring that one around here. In any case, you guys can do this how you like. There's that. And you might not even do beads. So we're going to put this one here. Make sure that goes down. And then that one pushes it right down there. And then bring that one around here. So these look like overalls. And I'm going to bring this one. And then really tug it. If you wiggle it like that and tug it, then it'll hold in place better. And then we're going to clip it. And this one too, we're going to give it a good little tug, bring it in, and clip it. So we've got those. I'm going to put these ones away. You don't like the smell of coffee. Oh, wow, that's intense. Some people don't like coffee. I never drank coffee until I was in my 20s, like mid-20s, I would say. But now they make so many good kinds of coffees. When I was younger, they didn't have very many really good coffees. So here is our little minion guy, who's super cute. And you could fill in these legs even with black nail polish. I mean, maybe I'll try that. I might try to fill the legs in with black nail polish, but they're okay. He's okay like that. But now we need a mouth. So let me just see. Have a sip of water. I am going to, wouldn't it look cute if he had teeth? I think that would look really cute. So let me get some of these. I need some thinner wire. Let me see if I have 22 gauge red wire. I'm not sure if I do. That is a 20. This is 22. I do have 22 red. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh, that's not 22. I thought I had 22 gauge red. I don't seem to. So I'm going to have to use 20, I think, because I don't think I have 22. So let me see what I have. I'm going to have pink too. So this is my 20 gauge. So let me sort through this stuff. Just give me a little second, because some of this stuff is a little thick. So there's not that. These are all pink, so I don't know if I want to use pink. And this one is that brown, or I think that looks like red. So why don't we use that one? Although the pink is going to show up better. I might use pink just because it's going to show up better. Magenta and fuchsia. I'll use magenta. Here we go. Okay, let's use magenta because the red I have is a little dark. And I'm going to cut a piece and see what we can do here. This is just also an experiment to see if we're going to use these teeth. I'm not sure. So if we put this this and this. We don't want a lot. Okay, so let's just take those, put these ones at the side, and see if that's going to work. So if we do this type of thing, we want to bring this one down around. It won't really maybe be smiling, but he might be sort of like gritting his teeth type of thing. This might not look right, but we're going to see. So we're going to bring that to the front, that to the back. Okay. It's kind of cute. Do I want it to look more like he's smiling? That might be better. I wonder if we could just go over it again to see this. So like that's kind of funny, eh? He doesn't have to be smiling. He looks like he's just kind of freaking out. I like that. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna bring that. I think kids would like that. Okay, so let's take this and thanks, Carice. Don't forget to like and share the video. If you have any Minion fans, definitely. Yeah, these kids would have fun making these. Yeah, I used to do a lot of kids workshops and they came up with the most fun like creatures and stuff. So here's the mouth, and you could do this in red if you want. I'm just gonna bring this to the back here. And then just, yeah, well, if we bring the wires to the back, then the little red wires don't show up as much because you want it to be a little bit discreet. So otherwise, I wonder if you could just bring it behind. Maybe you could just bring it, you really want to hide those red wires. So if we stick it in from behind and then bring this maybe more towards like here, maybe even under the arm or between the arm. I'm just trying to think of where you could like stick it in so it's very discreet. Wherever you think it's going to be like a little bit hidden could be good, even between those beads or something. Yeah, you just want it to be as discreet as possible. So let's see how it looks if I bring it in here and then over here. Yeah, we just want to hide those. I guess you could put a dab of black nail polish on the wire too to make it, to really hide it. But for now, I'm just going to attach it in there. I think it's going to be all right. Okay, so we're just going to take that there, and then I'm going to clip those ends. I think that's going to be it. I think we're pretty good. Okay, so that works with two. Oh, two what? Now I've lost track of what I said. Okay, so now we're going to remove that end. We're just going to clip that. Okay. So sometimes it's hard to get in those little spaces. Get in with the flush cutter. So there, yay. So there's just that little red end there. And like I said, you could grab some nail polish or something and just touch up any of those little ends that are in the way type of thing. You could fill in the arms with nail polish as well. This part we can move. Maybe we're just going to, you mean 2 rows of beads maybe. I think there's a delay on the video. I think that's why sometimes I don't know what the comments are. So there, oh my, he's hilarious. Okay, so funny. And then you can color the legs in, like I said, with nail polish. I might try it. I actually might try that to see how it goes. And then the other thing is, if you want to fill in these arms, let me see what I have for wire, where I put my yellow wire. This was 18. We don't want to use 18. Let me see what I have in my 20 gauge. Oh, I did have that 20 in the lemon. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work so well, but in theory you could wind that around, but I'm thinking even 22 might be better for that, because 20 is maybe a little stiff. So let me just check if I have any 22 gauge gold wire, which I used to, but I'm not sure if I do anymore. So let me just check. This is 22. I don't see gold. I'm gonna go in here. This one is 18. I don't think I do. Yeah. Oh, here. There we go. Is that gold? Oh, this is rose gold. Yeah, I don't think rose gold's gonna work. But the idea would be to, oh, you could even, I was just thinking about a bead or something. But you could, if you wanted, you could go in and wind like some wire, just to show you. I'm not gonna keep it because it's not quite the right color. But you could wind a bit of wire for the like the bottom of the arms too, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that. And I think let's find the other guy. So here's our other little guy, and I think I will sign off for now, and I will definitely see if I could do, I don't know, I might want to try one with the paper clips, but I haven't decided about that. So here are the two little minions. I'll post a better picture in the community section because it's very dark and you can't really see them. And I'm going to sign off. So thank you, Winona, for the idea. You'll see a much better picture in the community section. I'll take a picture after. I'm going to flip the screen and say goodbye. So guys, thank you so much for hopping on. You see how dark it is. Oh my goodness, it's really so dark. And yeah, thanks everybody for hopping on and giving such great suggestions. If you make any minions, be sure to share in the Wire Makers Club, or you can email me photos to info@heatherboydwire.com. Thank you, Winona, for the fun idea. I can't wait to see what you make with your glass pieces. Or with wire and beads, and we'll see you guys the next time. So have a great week, and we'll see you soon. And thank you to Clarice and Amber for always moderating the chat. I super appreciate your help. That's fantastic, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.